What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Q&A sessions. I hope you guys had a great week. Before we get into the questions, I just want to let you guys know that if you are an Amazon Prime subscriber, you can actually subscribe to my Twitch channel as well for free with no extra payment. And you can also get some additional benefits for games like Smite and Hearthstone. I'll leave a link in the description box below if you guys want to subscribe. You can play DayZ with me every Saturday. You get a bunch of emotes that you can use on Twitch. You get no ads during my live streams. You get private TeamSpeak rooms, better luck during all of our giveaways. Lots of different benefits. So if you guys are interested in that, it does support the channel. And you know, for all you Amazon Prime guys, I mean, it's perfect. You don't have to pay a single dime. So let's get into the questions, guys. There's a lot of different videos that I uploaded this week, especially for like OBS settings and a couple firefights, the tire play for Marks from TV. So let's get into it. First comment comes from Lois OK. Miscreated, super upvoted. Yeah, Miscreated is something that I want to do more on the channel, so thank you guys for your feedback on that. I'll get on it. I'll start doing some recording sessions during my live streams or maybe after my streams. I kind of test the game out. The community is pretty small for that game, but I think I could actually get in there, make a couple videos for it, do some PvP, have some cool encounters. So I will definitely be doing that very soon. Next comment comes from Hey, I know you can play however you want, but the problem is that 99% of the people are just bandits at KOS. I will say there is a lot of people who actually just go out there for PvP. I mainly PvP. I do have some friendly encounters from time to time, but honestly, I mainly go to the military camps looking for those firefights. Not gonna lie, a vast majority of the people who still play DayZ have that kind of attitude. Some people agree with it, some people don't. There are lots of friendly people out there though. Like just putting yourself out there, not having a gun in your hands, you can be surprised on how many friendly encounters you can actually get on private servers. There's also private servers specifically for people who want to meet other people. There's friendly servers, there's RP encouraged servers. So I would recommend trying those out. I would not be playing on the public hive if you're trying to look for friends. Next comment comes from Kizzy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Deadly, how come you don't upload at 7:30 a.m. anymore? You seem to be uploading in the afternoon. For the entire week, I have been uploading in the afternoon. Pure laziness, I guess. I've been pretty tired at night, and that's when I usually do my editing between like 9 p.m. to like midnight, and I just haven't been doing that lately. I've been playing a lot of Mountain Blade, which has been a problem. I'm super addicted to that game, and I'm getting prepared for Bannerlord. And I don't know if I'm going to be making videos for Warband, but I'm considering making some videos for Bannerlord when it comes out. So let's just say I've been spending a lot of time in the evenings just relaxing and taking it easy, and although I've been getting videos up on my YouTube channel every day, it's definitely not at the time that I want to get them. So I will be working on getting back to a 7:30 a.m. schedule very soon. Next comment comes from Ace Space. Hey Deadly, what was your favorite game as a child? Oh, that's a very tough one, man. Probably Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time has to be probably one of my favorite games. One of the first open world video games, 3D graphics, N64, definitely liked it. Halo 1 and Halo 2 are definitely games that I hold dear to my heart as well, and also Age of Empires 2. If I would say those would be the games that really defined me as a gamer, and also RuneScape. I played RuneScape with the classic way back in 2000, and it was just a game changer. It just showed me how awesome MMOs and PC gaming is. So last video, I got asked about firearms license, and I said that I would consider getting one. I thought about it, but I'm not too sure. I'm on the fence about it. And Dakota Shea says, firearms license, surely you mean a concealed permit and not an actual permit to simply own a weapon. Yes, probably from the United States here, but most of the other countries in the world do require you to get a firearms license to purchase firearms. And Ace has helped me out here. In Canada, you need a firearms license to own a gun. There's no concealed carry up here unless you have a very special permissions and training for work-based situations. So yeah, up here in Canada, very strict laws with guns, but I think most Canadians agree that they're in there for a reason. So I'm happy with it. If I want to get a firearms license, if I want to get a shotgun, a hunting rifle, a semi-automatic, I can do it, no problem. Next comment comes from Jesse on YouTube. Deli, do you think you'll ever get around to playing some 7 Days to Die? If you actually look on my YouTube channel way back, I did some 7 Days to Die alpha stuff. Had a lot of fun with that game, but I haven't touched it since. So I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I just don't know if I have time for another game like 7 Days to Die. Although I have nothing against it though. It seems like a cool game, maybe, but no promises. Next question comes from Suppressor. What are your favorite locations to camp in DayZ? There's a couple, but primarily anywhere around the Novi to Goglovo area, Black Forest. That is definitely hands down my favorite place, because if I'm running up from Cherno, it's relatively close. If I'm running from Gorka, I'm right there. If I'm running from Kamishovo up through Mista, Staroy, Goglovo, I'm there. The whole like Novi Goglovo area is definitely hands down my favorite locations, and it's the only location where I've had a base survive over a month on broadcast multiple times. So there's lots of awesome locations and trees that you can hide barrels there. So that's typically where I place them. Next comment comes from Rolski. DayZ is about surviving, not about being friendly to everybody, sadly. Yeah, I do agree with that, but a lot of people, like I said earlier, don't. So even in a survival situation, you shouldn't trust anybody in the apocalypse, right? But some people have that certain expectation that everybody you run into, you have to be able to trust. And I think, I'm not going to name any names, but there's certain YouTubers out there that make DayZ seem like it has to be played that way, when in reality, it plays nothing like that at all. So DayZ is a game about pure survival, and running into other survivors usually ends with you dying sometimes. Although there are people you can trust, for sure, hands down. Next question comes from Baza. Question, how are you playing Battlefield 1? I know the beta was out, but it's not anymore. Can't find it on Steam. Yeah, these are old recordings, old pieces of gameplay from when I was playing the beta. I just find that it works for Q&A sessions because most of my DayZ videos have my face cam in them, and it's kind of weird watching my face cam move and my mouth move, but my words and my commentary not syncing up to that. So I don't have a whole lot of DayZ footage that I've recorded without my face being on there as well. So that's primarily why I'm using Battlefield footage for these Q&As. Next comment comes from Snoop Dodge. Hey Deadly, I watched your Snipers and Mosquito video and was wondering when you were talking about when you said that Ace's time was ticking and his face was going to melt off. There's currently a bug in DayZ that if you wear a ghillie suit, your core temperature of your character will get to the point where the game thinks you're on fire. So unless you are completely drenched, this bug will initiate eventually over time. So if you're rocking a ghillie, you gotta make sure that your character stays drenched, or else your face will melt off and you'll die. Next comment comes from Drake Plays. Would you ever consider doing more videos on the pistols in DayZ and perhaps later down the line entire weapons of DayZ? While not necessarily structured like a guide, I do enjoy watching your videos whilst focusing on specific weapons and showcasing how it works in the game. The pistols is something where I seldom see in DayZ in terms of videos, and would love to see you try your hand in pistol-only character builds. That's actually a really interesting idea because the pistols are extremely powerful in DayZ, especially like an FNX, a Longhorn, a Glock, 1911. They're really powerful. I mean, just this afternoon, I killed a player with an M4 and all I had was a Red 9. So they are not to be underestimated. They are very good at close range. So yeah, that's a good idea, and I'll consider doing that in the future. Next comment comes from Klutz34. Will you ever do a non-Derp Squad meetup with non-subscribers? Probably not. And hear me out. The reason why I don't do that is when we do release the server IP, not only does the server get DDoSed, typically hackers will show up and blow up the entire group. We'll have stream stalking issues, just people generally being assholes. It's surprising, but yeah, when you have like close to 500 people watching you, giving out the IP is very dangerous because somebody in that channel wants to fuck over the stream. So you just got to keep that in mind. So unfortunately, Klutz, not anymore. The only time we'll do it is a subs versus viewer thing, and we only do that very rarely on the channel. So you got to be watching on Saturdays to get that chance, but I'm not promising that you will actually get into the game. But if you have Amazon Prime, like I said, you can subscribe for free. If you know somebody who does have Amazon Prime, you don't actually have to pay any money to subscribe. Next comment comes from Forrest Williams. Aces does have a YouTube channel. Sure, you knew that. It's The Aces Fury. I actually didn't until I asked Aces if he did anything with YouTube. He uploads some of his Twitch highlights there, but he said that he doesn't focus on it too much, but he is going to consider working on it more. So I will leave a link to that in the description box. I didn't really know that he did much on YouTube until I asked him last week. So it's nice to see that he does upload though those Twitch highlights. If you guys want to see some gameplay from his perspective, twitch.tv/acesfury or youtube.com/theacesfury. And the last question of the day comes from the Spirit Street Guy. Hey Sean, just an observation, but most of the Twitchers I watch are because of DayZ, and one by one they always come back to it. They mainly play it for a while, but they do still come back. DayZ will never die off. It's just one of those immersion games that falls out of flavor. Keep up doing what you're doing, man. Yeah, in some ways that I agree. In other ways, all games run their courses. Maybe there will be a different version of DayZ down the road that people play. Maybe Escape from Tarkov might bring people away from DayZ, or another survival MMO might overtake DayZ at some point. But eventually, DayZ will die. And that eventuality is something that not only most DayZ broadcasters realize, and whenever they see a game that they feel their community will really enjoy, they sort of jump over there for a while and see if it works. And if it doesn't, they come back to DayZ because they know it works for their community. That can be very difficult because I'm full-time. You know, I make videos full-time, I stream full-time. So my business essentially is dependent on the success of DayZ. But you know, and other video games out there in the survival MMO genre. And, you know, Miscreated, H1Z1, Just Survive, and DayZ, I think if you put them together, there's only about 15,000 people who play those on a daily basis. Not including Arma 3, though. There's a lot of people who play survival mods in Arma 3, but mainly the released games on Steam in the survival MMO category. So this genre is definitely in a rut. So I would like to see another developer try to come up with a good strategy and release a game that appeals to people who enjoyed the DayZ atmosphere back in 2012. When that will happen, hopefully soon or down the road, or you know, in the future. But I am definitely prepared for that, and I'm always keeping my eyes open for other games. But DayZ will always be my favorite game to stream on Twitch, because a lot of people have had humble beginnings with DayZ. It's one of the best games to stream because of the downtime, gives you lots of chances to engage with your audience. And overall, the Twitch community and YouTube community surrounding DayZ is so amazingly supportive that I'm just privileged to have built a community in such a great game. So yeah, anyways, guys, thank you for all your comments this week. If you guys want to get your questions answered next Sunday, please do ask me something in the comment section below, and I will do my best to include you in the next video. And if you guys are new to my channel, which, I mean, if you're watching a Q&A, that's kind of weird, but make sure that you hit that subscribe button nonetheless, and check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/DeadlySlob, and all my videos that I upload throughout the week. I upload a video every single day to YouTube, so pop by sometime during the day and my videos will be live. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more DayZ. And I guess for those that have listened this far, 24-hour stream coming up this Tuesday, September 11th. Or no, it's not September 11th, October 11th, I believe. So definitely stay tuned to the Twitch channel for that as well. See you guys later. Have a good one.